What's that in your forehead, pal?
What, where?
That right there in your forehead.
Oh, I got whacked in the head with a racquetball.
Ooh.
Excuse me. Am I being fired?
Let me put it this way, Andy. Your place in the future of this firm is no longer secure. We feel it isn't fair to keep you here when your prospects are limited.
So you were concealing your illness?
That's correct.
Didn't you have an obligation to tell your employer you had this dreaded, deadly infectious disease?
That's not the point. From the day they hired me to the day I was fired, I served my clients consistently, thoroughly, with absolute excellence. If they hadn't fired me, that's what I'd be doing today.
And they don't want to fire you for having AIDS, so in spite of your brilliance, they'd make you look incompetent, thus the mysterious lost file? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Correct, I was sabotaged.
I don't buy it, counselor.
That's very disappointing. If you don't want it for personal reasons.
Thank you, that's correct, I don't.
I'm sorry about what happened to you. It's a bitch, you know.
No, I don't know. Is that yours? Is that mine?
I got a question for you. Would you accept a client if you were constantly thinking, I don't want this person to touch me, I don't want them to even breathe on me? Did you find a lawyer?
I'm a lawyer.
Look, how'd they find out you have the AIDS?
One of the partners noticed a lesion on my forehead.
Forget everything you've seen on television and in the movies. There's not gonna be any last-minute surprise witnesses. Nobody's gonna break down on the stand with a tearful confession. You're gonna be presented simple fact. Andrew Beckett was fired. You'll hear two explanations for why he was fired, ours and theirs. It is up to you to sift through layer upon layer of truth until you determine for yourselves which version sounds the most true. There's certain points that I must prove to you. Point number one, Andrew Beckett is a brilliant lawyer, great lawyer. Point number two, Andrew Beckett, afflicted with a debilitating disease, made the understandable, the personal, the legal choice to keep the fact of his illness to himself. Point number three, his employers discovered his illness. And ladies and gentlemen, the illness I'm referring to is AIDS. Point number four, they panicked.
I can't see.
Punitive damages, we award $4,782,000.
Excellent work, counselor. I thank you.
It was great working with you.
Miguel. I'm ready.
And the Oscar goes to Tom Hanks in Philadelphia.
Here's what I know. I could not be standing here without that undying love that was just sung about by not Bruce, but Neil Young. And I have that in a lover that is so close to fine, we should all be able to experience such heaven right here on earth. I know also that I should not be doing this. I should not be here, but I am because of the union of such filmmakers as Ed Saxon, Ron Neiswaner, Christy Z, Attack Fujimoto, Jonathan Demme, who seems to have these attached to his limbs for every actor that works with him of late. And a cast that includes Antonio Banderas, who second to my lover is the only person I would trade for. And a cast that includes many other people, but the actor who really put his film image at risk and shown because of his integrity, Mr. Denzel Washington, who I really must share this with. I would not be standing here if it weren't for two very important men in my life, so two that I haven't spoken with in a while, but I had the pleasure of just the other evening, Mr. Raleigh Farnsworth, who was my high school drama teacher, who taught me that act well the part, there all the glory lies. And one of my classmates under Mr. Farnsworth, Mr. John Gilkerson. I mention their names because they are two of the finest gay Americans, two wonderful men that I had the good fortune to be associated with, to fall under their inspiration at such a young age. I wish my babies could have the same sort of teacher, the same sort of friends. And there lies my dilemma here tonight. I know that my work, in this case, is magnified by the fact that the streets of heaven are too crowded with angels. We know their names. They number 1,000 for each one of the red ribbons that we wear here tonight. They finally rest in the warm embrace of the gracious creator of us all, a healing embrace that cools their fevers, that clears their skin, and allows their eyes to see the simple, self-evident, common-sense truth that is made manifest by the benevolent creator of us all and was written down on paper by wise men, tolerant men in the city of Philadelphia 200 years ago. God bless you all. God have mercy on us all, and God bless America.
And the Oscar goes to... It goes to Bruce Springsteen for Streets of Philadelphia from Philadelphia.
See, this is the first song I ever wrote for a motion picture, so I guess it's all downhill from here, you know? But, Neil, I got to share this with you. Yeah. You do your best work, and you hope that it pulls out the best in your audience, and some piece of it spills over into the real world and into people's everyday lives. And it takes the edge off the fear and allows us to recognize each other through our veil of differences. I always thought that was one of the things popular art was supposed to be about, along with the merchandising and all the other stuff. But just want to say thank you, Jonathan, for having me as a part of your picture. Glad my song has contributed to its ideas and its acceptance. Love you, Pats, and thank you all for inviting me to your party.